No, you shouldn't be. Shouldn't be at all. Let's start with you, Kelly. You played, what I understand, on the boys golf team in Port Washington, New York. You were obviously quite accomplished, and from what I understand, the guys on your team treated you great, but the guys on the other team sometimes would maybe not so much.
Yeah, I don't know how you're getting this information,
Inside
but that's
information.
exactly how it went. They tried to get me on ruling trippings, but it was fine. I beat them all the time. Yeah, I was a good sport about it. So
those vain adolescent guys, I know.
Yeah.
Amy, you grew up in, I don't even know where Oxbow, North Dakota is.
It's real close to Fargo, about 10 miles outside, but we're just a golf course community, about 200 people, really small, no grocery store, no gas station or anything.
And you were homeschooled, so you didn't play high school golf.
Right, yeah, it was just my brother and I grew up together, and neither of us played on the high school team, but still played in college.
You played in college at North Dakota State. I guess coming from Oxbow, even with the amount of talent you had, becoming the winningest Division I female player in history, did you not get recruited other places, or did you want to stay in North Dakota?
I did get recruited, but my priority was playing professionally, and so staying near my coach for 4 years was more important to me than maybe going south and playing a couple extra months a year. I just felt like my coach could really help me over the long term groove in my swing.
Just a little more information as it relates to KPMG and their, 165,000 employees worldwide? Excuse me, 27,000 in the U.S. Amy, this past March, passed her CPA exam. And this young lady, Kelly Sean, graduated, like I said, with a degree in finance from Princeton and was going to, or thought about, perhaps a career on Wall Street. Is that right?
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly, if golf
Right.
didn't work out.
If golf didn't work out, maybe.
Well, you were born in Korea. What age did you come to the States?
When I was 8.
And
Yeah.
full-time since?
Full-time since Port Washington, New York. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Why Princeton? Was it you wanted the highest education you could get as opposed to going to a fancy golf school?
I guess so. I mean, I come from a family who's always valued academics. It's always been a priority in our family, and it's only an hour and a half, 2 hours from home, so that was also good. But I think, looking back, I have no regrets letting go of those golf schools. I think I learned just as much about golf and myself at Princeton as I would have anywhere else.
Your first year out here, rookie?
Yes, I'm a rookie.
Second year for you, Amy. You guys have seen some events. If you had been out here 10 or 20 years, we had Laura Davies in yesterday talking about the stature of this event being a first-time event, adopting the history of the LPGA Championship, the lengthy history, but essentially a first-year event. How incredible is this? How incredible is this facility? How incredible is the marriage between the LPGA, the PGA of America, and especially KPMG?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is my second year, so I don't have a lot of experience, but I've never seen anything like this. I think just driving up the first day and how well everything's done, I mean, from the grandstands to the ropes, I mean, it just feels like a major championship, and it's really cool when you arrive on Monday and it already feels like a major championship. You don't have to wait till Sunday when the crowds are out in full force. Everything is just done so well. It's really neat to be a part of.
For the people, Kelly, that venture away from the comfortable environs that we find ourselves in here with plenty of hydration and food and all those things, who might venture out on the course. You both played today. My last check, nobody has finished a round below par yet, and 1 under par was the lowest round in progress on the golf course. How brutally tough was it out there today?
It was tough because I took a look at the pin sheets this morning before I went out, and I was just shaking my head. Some of these were very silly. It made the challenging course even more difficult. And as the day goes on, I think the greens are going to firm out a little bit more, and it'll be interesting to watch how people finish.
We were talking on Golf Channel's Morning Drive. We had Dave Dodonis, the superintendent known as the director of golf and grounds, and we had the director of golf on today, John Kennedy. And Amy, they said, we asked them what kind of preparation goes into a major championship, and they said there's some 1,100 members here. This is the way they play it each and every week. You have to get pretty good playing on this course every week, don't you?
Oh, absolutely, or you'll get beat up. I mean, I think, like Kelly was saying, the pins were so difficult today, and there were, I think, 3 or 4 pins I could actually take dead aim at. Otherwise, it was middle of the green and try to two-putt. And usually the pins are kind of up on a shelf, so it's not even an easy two-putt if you hit the middle of the green. So it was brutally tough, and kudos to the members who play this every single day.
Kelly, what kind of advice would you give the members or amateur golfers? You play in a lot of pro-ams. When they find themselves playing in conditions this demanding, it seems to me that the word of the day has to be patience.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I think you just hit one shot at a time. You know, you try to hit your fairway, hit your green, and pray that you make a two-putt.
How important is it to stay under the hole out here, Amy?
Really important.
But not easy to do, is it?
No, it isn't, because, you know, some of the greens, especially if you're downwind, they roll out a bit, and so it's just not feasible, really, to stable at the hole. But when you're above it, it's really tough to get your speed right because it can get away from you really fast.
Goals for the year on your rookie season, Kelly?
Try to play in as many tournaments as I can. The final stretch on the LPGA Tour has some limited field events, and I'm just trying to play in all those.
Awesome. Amy, your sophomore season?
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn. I mean, there's so many things that go into the transition from college to playing out here, and I figured a few of those things out last year, but just getting advice from the veterans. You know, I'm looking at the scores, and I might have the chance to play with Julie Inkster tomorrow, and it's just really fun to watch the people who have been out here for years and try to pick their brains a little bit. And usually, I mean, all of the girls out here are so good about being willing to help, and so I'm just trying to kind of capitalize on that knowledge.
If you get a chance to play with Julie tomorrow, remind her that hers is the record you broke in Division I college with 17 wins. You had 20.
I don't think I'll bring that up.
I got to ask, because I asked Laura Davies this yesterday and Lizette Salas, favorite people to be around on the LPGA Tour? Favorite people to play with? You enjoy their company the most? Not going to ask you the bad ones. You know, we all want to know that, but we're not going to ask that.
To be honest, I just look forward to going on the tee and seeing who's out there because I love just meeting new people, and I'm still getting, as a rookie, I'm still trying to meet as many people as I can. And I would say any of these 155 other girls, I'd be happy to play with any day.
Well, if golf doesn't work out and Wall Street doesn't work out, you got a future in politics. That was a great answer.
That was tricky.
Do you ever get starstruck by anybody out here?
All the time.
Really?
Am I allowed to admit to that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your favorite people to hang around?
You know, one of the people that I was so impressed with last year when I came out as a rookie was Natalie Gulbis. And she kind of just took me under her wing, and anytime I needed anything, she was right there. Always came up, went out of her way to say hi, which means a lot as a rookie, especially someone as prominent as Natalie. And so she's always fun to be around.
You guys don't know any different because your experience on the LPGA Tour is in the current environment that Mike Whan and his team have created. You don't know how lucky you've had it because professional golf hasn't always been that way, and on other tours it's not. But each and every one of the ladies on the LPGA Tour welcomes the new players with open arms, and they realize that the brand itself is a team effort, much like the people in here from KPMG realize the success of their company is also a team effort. Can't thank you guys enough for spending some time and wish you very good luck tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Shawn, Amy Anderson.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.